Hi everyone, it's Linda, and I thought I would share, which will hopefully be a quick YouTube video, quick for me, because you know how I tend to ramble. But I wanted to share with you just kind of a up-close look at the Elfbeads Thanksgiving collection. And then I do have a couple of beads that Mila gifted to me ahead of the new Classics launch that we saw the other day on the Elfbeads site. And I am so excited to share those with you. I mean, she gifted me a few that, well, are typical Linda colors, and I just flipped when I saw them. So I'll start with the Thanksgiving release just so you can see that, and then I'll show you some of those classics. So I wore this bracelet the other day, and this I have on my Elfbeads Scales clasp bracelet. And as you can see, we've got the gift of maple. We have the Sky Dream Flower World, the Cornucopia, the Sunny World Flower Twig, and then the row of pumpkins. And then I'm using the sunflower stoppers. And I got my back in stock notification just the other day that the scale stoppers are back in stock. So I did go and place an order for the scale stoppers, plus another one of these row of pumpkins, and you know, a couple of other things that I've been well, that's on my wish list. But I'm just gonna take this bracelet apart just so I can show things to you one by one. All right, so let me show you the Cornucopia. And this particular silver bead is just gorgeous from every single angle that you look at it. Of course, that is the part that your bracelet threads through. And on the back of the cornucopia, you have this, almost like this crosshatch pattern. I don't know how to describe that any better. I'm gonna just try zooming in here. You have this, I don't know, square crosshatch pattern. And then of course you have the banding here that then joins the center part of the horn, and it almost looks like it just has like this nice little weave pattern. And then we have another little banding right there, and then here we have, which, you know, to me almost looks like a little cobblestone pattern. So, I mean, even the back of the bead, like from every angle, this bead is just gorgeous. And then we have the inside of the horn, and towards the back we have little shafts of wheat. We have a pumpkin. We have corn right here at the forefront. And then I do believe that this right here is grapes. I could be wrong. I mean, it could be Indian corn. It's so hard to just make out the detail. That might be like an apple, but we have even, not sure if that's a maple leaf. Like, there's just so much within this cornucopia horn. I'm gonna just kind of put it on a charm bar here, but this is just the gorgeous cornucopia. And then the other silver bead that we have here is Touch of Maple, and this bead is the same on either side, as you can see. So that was the back. This is the front. There is a little pearl detail on either side. And what's really nice is that the center of the bead has that ring on the inside. Like if it didn't have it, like the bead would want to hang like way up here, and it would kind of flop around like this on your bracelet. So that little inner ring just helps it sit very nicely. The leaves themselves, like I was surprised. I wore this with a sweater. Now, granted, it was a tightly knit sweater, like not one of those real delicate, really soft and lofty ones, but my bracelet, or this particular bead, I was pleasantly surprised. It did not want to catch on the sweater itself. Now, I don't know, if it was more of a delicate knit, if it would fare as well, but we all have those pokey charms that always want to wreak havoc on our sweaters, and at least with the one sweater I wore the other day, this charm was perfect. I don't know if it's because the leaves kind of bend inward there, but or just the way that it's not flopping around so much, but it really fared well on my wrist. But the bead itself, it has, of course, that maple leaf detail with all the beautiful veining. We've got the 5 points there, and it's just curved so that it just gives the silver, that leaf detail, just a little bit of life and movement. So beautiful, beautiful maple leaf bead. And this one is just called the Gift of Maple. And then we have the row of pumpkins. And this particular silver bead, it's just a very simple single row of pumpkins. And, the pumpkins themselves have all that like fluting detail. Of course, that makes up the, well, we all know how pumpkins look. Like they just have that gourd detail, I guess. And of course, we have the stem of the pumpkin on top. And let me just see if you can kind of see if I zoom in a little more. There is like a leaf detail at the top of each pumpkin here. So it's just a really lovely little silver bead. And Elfbeads does have another pumpkin bead. Let me just see if I can grab it here. I actually have it on another bangle. They actually do have another pumpkin bead that is a double row. And as you can see, this one, the pumpkins are just a little bit, well, some of the pumpkins are about the same size, and then some of them are a little bit smaller. But we have a double row. This one is simply called Pumpkins, I believe. And then we have this one, which is Row of Pumpkins. And I think it would be even fun just to have this maybe in the center, a silver bead, or a glass bead, and then the row of pumpkins on either side of the glass beads. But this is the one that just got released with the Thanksgiving collection. And then, oh my goodness, I received 4 of these beautiful World Flower Twig beads. This one is the Sunny World Flower Twig, and this one just has this beautiful opalescent, almost like lemon chiffon. Like I just think it's just a very, like if you imagine one of those really airy, light lemon desserts. Like this to me is the color of that dessert, just a very light, subtle lemon color. And it has, like, these flower twigs all have a cubic zirconia detail. You can see that this one has a yellow CZ on the inside, just kind of scattered throughout. And then over top of the bead, you just have this clear flower twig overlay with the petals of the flowers, or the 3 petals, and then you've got that wandering vine, so to speak. So this is the Sunny World flower twig. All right, the next flower twig I want to show you is this beauty. And this one is the Raspberry World flower twig. And this one I think is my favorite of all the flower twigs. It has this just bright raspberry pink base, and over the raspberry pink base you have the flower twig that goes from like this amber to like this lilac, like periwinkle blue coloration, and it is just beautiful. It also has the CZs on the inside that to me look clear, but they could also, I think, probably be called almost like a champagne or amber color as well. But this one is a beauty, just gorgeous. And that is the Raspberry World flower twig. Now, my other favorite from the Thanksgiving release for the flower twigs anyway is this Galaxy Fantasy World flower twig. And, you know, of course, it's got the purples in it, which is my favorite, will always be my favorite. And to me, this one just really captures the beauty of that nice night sky. It has those sunset colors. You see ambers in here, and cobalt blues and red violets as you look at it. Like right now with the light outside, you're mainly seeing probably the cobalt blues and more so the ambers, just because my lighting's not perfect. But this one is just gorgeous. Please trust me on it. And this one actually has both clear CZs on the inside as well as tanzanite colored. If you've ever seen like that natural gemstone tanzanite, that is right there. Like it's got those tanzanite colored CZs on the inside. This one is just a beauty. So that is the Galaxy Fantasy World flower twig. The last flower twig that I'll be showing is the Sky Dream World flower twig. I know that there's one more, I think it's called the Amber flower twig, and that one I do not have. But this one has, and I'm lucky that I'm capturing it here a little bit. This one has like almost like a blue jean, blue, denim blue base. And this one flashes a little bit of yellow at you as you can see here. And this also has the CZs on the inside. This one has clear CZs. And the really dazzling part of this, what makes this one really magical, is that the flower twigs are done with that, like that mirror finish, which is the oil finish that Elfbeads calls it. Just gorgeous. So let me just get all of these on the rod together. And we have, again, the Sky Dream, the Galaxy Fantasy, the Sunny World, and then the Raspberry World. So these are all the World Flower Twigs, and I'm so excited for this new World Flower Twig shape, because previously the flower twigs have all been on the standard like Murano or donut shaped glass bead. So excited for this new shape with a flower twig. So now let me show you a few of the classics that I have. All right, so on to the classics. I was so excited yesterday when Mila put out that Elfbeads now has what they're calling their classics collection. You know, classics being, you know, when you see the bead, like you just, boom, immediately know that it's Elfbeads, like the flower twigs, the grand tripetuals, the flower stones, the flower fields, like those are classics. And Mila sent me a few of these ahead of time to look at and review. And I have been such a good girl. I have not been wearing these, even though I have been oh so tempted. This one here, this beauty, is the Violet Stardust flower twig. And this one, the overlay, like the flower twig overlay, is dual toned. It has, like, it morphs from amber to like that periwinkle blue as it moves around on your bracelet. The base of it is more of a red violet, like it has that, like those flashes of fuchsia and like cobalt blue, like flashes up, but it definitely has more of that red violet base to it. So this one, like if you look at the side view, you can definitely see like those ambers and that reddish violet as I kind of just move it around there. But of course, the magic is when all of that just comes together to give you this beautiful view right here. So this one is the Violet Stardust flower twig. Now this next one is very similar. Like you could have one of each of these and they go so well together. This one is the Amber Gold Dust flower twig. And this one also has like that same dual toned flower twig overlay. This one though has more of a blue violet base to it. And I think you can kind of see, like if I put the two of them side by side, they are very similar, but they also are just a little bit different. So the violet Stardust flower twig is here, and then the amber gold dust flower twig is here. And this one flashes just a little bit more blue as you look at it, whereas this one flashes, I think, a little more of that fuchsia or red violet as you look at it. This one also, with the gold dust, like the side view, you can kind of see some of that special gold dust, like right here, where it adds just a little added element of sparkle, so to speak. But they both look so wonderful together. So we've got violet stardust on the left and amber gold dust on the right. Now this next one, I was so excited. Like this one, I'm just in love. And I will show you why I'm in love, really in love, in just a second here. This one is the Blue Lagoon flower twig. And this one, as you can see, it has that just a classic medium purple flower twig overlay. And the base itself, it shifts from like a very light plum to like a medium like cobalt blue. And this next thing I'm going to show is one of the reasons why I'm so excited for this particular flower twig. We have our late summer dragon from, you know, a collection or two ago. And look at what a perfect match the Blue Lagoon flower twig is to our late summer dragon. It is perfect. I'm going to need a second one just for this reason, but it is so gorgeous. So that is the Blue Lagoon flower twig. Okay, and now I have, this is one of the flower stones. And the flower stone, this is an opaque bead, opaque meaning you just cannot see through it there. And this one just has this continuous flower pattern. The flowers themselves are in a light, like turquoise blue, and they've got like just a little touch of like jade green right there in each little flower petal. And then the flower center is just this crisp white flower center. And this one, the base, like looking at it on the side, is just this mesmerizing, just Bermuda blue. Like when I think of going to the Caribbean, like these are the color of those waters that I just imagine that I would be seeing. And this is just that flower stone pattern. So like when you see flower stone, you can expect this flower pattern. It does not have any raised bump details or raised dot centers. It's just this nice, smooth flower pattern that you can see. And the last bead that I'm going to share with you is this one here. Oops. And we have, this is the Grand Tripetual. Now this one is kind of a bumpy bead in that it does have this raised center detail in each one of these flowers, so to speak. Now this, I don't know, like when I look at these, like trying to think of like what to name it, like I don't know, I just think of like a beautiful Moroccan tile pattern. But the top flowers here, like they're in this arabesque, elongated shape, so to speak. And this particular one, this one is on a base that is more of a, oh, I'm trying to think, robin's egg blue would be how I would describe it. And then the flowers themselves are more of this light periwinkle blue with this cornflower blue accent here. And the raised center detail is done in that main periwinkle blue color. And then each one of these, again, for just added depth, and I'm just hoping it comes across where you're not necessarily seeing the flower center or my lamp there, sorry. But they all are outlined in this, like this dusty plum, like this reddish violet plum color, just to really make them pop off of that robin's egg blue base there. But that is the Grand Tripetual. And like right beside it here, we have the Wonder Flower Stone. So thank you, Mila, for sending these to me to enjoy and review and just love on. And I am so excited that I can now finally wear these beauties. So I hope you enjoyed, and please let me know your thoughts on both the Thanksgiving collection as well as some of these classics that I'm showing you. Take care, guys, and have a wonderful evening. Bye.